Imagine being someone who is almost completely paralyzed, yet still creating comprehensive musical tracks with one finger.
Hello, I'm Michael Batrano.
Chris Batrano, and I am Alice.
Chris and I grew up together in a tight-knit environment, sharing a room most of our adolescent and teenage years. We had our differences, but it would seem natural that we'd fall in love with one common thing, and that was music. Hard to ignore when we grew up with a musician father. I felt a passion for vocals and percussion, and Chris's interests were keyboards and manipulating sound. We started jamming out songs and having little performances for our friends. Then we studied music in college together for a while, and that's where we started getting serious about writing music, and the natural steps of the musical dreams grew. 14 years ago, Chris was diagnosed with ALS, or with its more recognizable name, Lou Gehrig's disease. And for many years, this event put a screeching halt to our dreams. Lou Gehrig's disease is a neuromuscular degenerative disease which rapidly destroys the connection between Chris's brain and his muscles will eventually atrophy or essentially die. The positive aspect is that Chris has been fortunate enough to have lived 14 years, which is 9 years longer than the average person diagnosed with ALS. In Chris's advanced state with ALS, he has very limited mobility throughout his entire body. But with his miraculous determination and quitless spirit, he's able to compose and sequence music tracks again just one single note at a time with the help of today's music software. You will notice that Chris is swaying his torso to wag his hand just enough to move the mouse. This particular scene is sped up about 5 times from the normal movement, so the actual movement is very slow and arduous. With this focused process, Chris hears notations in his mind and clicks on the notation on the graph, then assigns instrumentation. All in all, it takes Chris about a month to work out a music track. For this CD, Chris is composing all the instrumentation, emails them to me, and I work out the vocals. For the past 3 years, with the help of a couple of guitar players overlaying some rhythm and lead sections, Chris and I have been reworking several older tracks and creating many new tracks. We are taking some finished tracks and publishing them on a single CD with the mission to market and sell the CD or individual tracks in order to raise well-needed funding for ALS research. This CD will also be the inception of a fundraising group called One Note at a Time, a legacy for Chris Batrano and a benefit for ALS research. This is far more than a lifetime dream or a CD or a benefit, but a show of will to overcome adversity. So log on to Batrano.com to learn more and support the CD. Tracks to a Cure, one note at a time.